What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. I have good news today. My computer is working again, so I will be uploading my videos with full quality and also uploading more on my schedule. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I will have an upload to YouTube 3 days a week, and I will be streaming PTCGO on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes other days as well. You can follow my Twitter for updates on the streams, and subscribe to see all of my new content that I will be uploading Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But let's get into this video. Today I am going to play some games with Zoroark Lycanroc, put this list together. I'm not really sure if it's close to any lists that have done well. I'm sure it is, because these lists are all kind of like 57 cards, like same, just like a few cards change here or there, like Reverse Valley, Parallel City, Multi-Switch or not, Max Potion or Acerola. But yeah, some people kind of thought this deck was going to diminish in popularity because of Glaceon and because of the one-hit decks. Vikabulu was gaining popularity, and Duskmane Necrozma Magnezone just came out. But this deck is still good. It's still a popular archetype. It's still a strong archetype, and I was playing some games with it on stream, and I am still liking its matchups, a lot of the matchups, and I still like how the deck runs. So this is a choice of mine for standard League Cups right now, and maybe for Charlotte Regionals, but that's a little whiles away, so it might be too soon to say that. So just wanted to show the list real quick so you know what we're playing with, and let's get into some games. Diego Top is choosing who goes first. Okay. Rockruff, Buzzwole. Alright, pretty good. Love to start Buzzwole. And we have a supporter. It's not Bridget, but at least we have a supporter. So we're playing against a Zoroark deck, telling by the Zorua. It might be the Zoroark Weavile deck, because that deck plays Dark Energy, so it would be a reason to play the Moonless Madness Zorua. But it's not. It is Zoroark Elysopod, so disregard what I said there. I really want to go for that turn 1 Fighting Energy, so let's just end, not attach DCE. We don't get it, unfortunately. I'm going to Ultra Ball away Bridget Floatstone for a Zorua, get my bench set up, and usually it's really hard to tell whether or not you should attach DCE against Zoroark decks. But if you don't attach, you're behind an attachment, and then if you do attach, you might get Enhanced Hammered. I'm going to go ahead and attach it. Alright, so they got the turn 2 Zoroark GX there. If we do end up finding a Fighting Energy, we can deal some nice damage to it. It's a shame we didn't find the fighting energy last turn. This is really a fairly close matchup. Mallow. So I wonder if they're looking to go Floatstone, DCE, Mew EX. Copyright is beating one-shot this Buzzwole. Where if they do, we can just Cynthia hit into a Zoroark and some bench Pokemon and then take a one-shot off of the Mew. So that's just in theory if they go for that off of this Mallow. Which, if they have one of the pieces of Floatstone, Mew, or DCE, they could Mallow for the other two to the top of their deck. Ultra Ball? Okay. Might be for that Mew that I'm mentioning. Yeah, it is. So I think they're going for that play. So they're going to ride a speeding, but if we draw into a Zoroark and some Pokemon, which isn't too far-fetched, we will be able to return knockout. Field Blower. Let's just get this out of our deck. There's another one, and we shouldn't really be needing it too much. So, there's an Ultra Ball, so we can get a Zoroark. The question is, what can we get off of this trade? We have a singular trade to get a Pokemon or a Choice Band. Alright, so we can only do 100. Let's get rid of this Wimpod. Since we're not killing the Mew, we'll get rid of the Wimpod. That is also a threat that we want off of the board. Missing by one Pokemon or one Choice Band's really rough there. Because now that Mew, that aggressive attack, goes unpunished. They'll be looking to get a Wimpod. I definitely think that's what they're looking for. So I have 3 Zoroark GXs now. Like I said, probably digging for the Wimpod so they can see a Golisopod in future turns, but they don't get it, and they also don't attack, so that's pretty good for us. Let's trade away this Mew. I doubt we're going to be using it. So we don't really see much there, but we can bench another Zorua and attach to Zoroark and take a free 100 on this Zoroark GX here. While we're here, let's go ahead and Enhanced Hammer that DCE, getting rid of their only energy, and we'll ride a speeding for 100. So we really didn't do too much that turn, but our opponent did less. Like, they got their Zoroark set up, but they didn't attack us. They didn't even attach energy, for that matter. So they have Mallow here. I'm sure they're going to get, like, Acerola or Max Potion and energy. Oh, I'm sorry. Acerola wouldn't work since they're playing Mallow, so it would be for Max Potion if they play Max Potion. Maybe a Wimpod, because they kind of need to see a Golisopod. Okay, so they do play Max Potion. That's a good play for them there. Yeah, just hoping we get, I don't know, maybe another Zoroark or a supporter off of the next draw and trade. Okay, so they're playing Sudowoodo. I actually have something like this built. It's playing a single counter energy, or maybe 2 counter energy. So we get N. Okay. Let's Floatstone, attach fighting. Let's enhance hammer. And then N. We'll get 5, our opponent gets 4. We do get another Zoroark, that's really good. Let's trade. Let's trade again. We don't want a Parallel City because then they'll get the Mew off of their bench, and we actually really want that Mew there because that's an easy 2 prizes later on. I was hoping to see a multi-switch, but it's only a 1 of, so it's not too likely that we would have seen it. Let's go ahead and Riotous Beating for 100. We've had a few awkward turns here, and so has our opponent, but they're still in the lead because of that early Mew KO on the Buzzwole, and they're going to take 2 more prizes here if they can find a basic Pokemon or a Choice Band. Yeah, so they have an Ultra Ball. I think we'll be seeing a Wimpod come down. There it is. Oh, and a Acerola. Okay. We might have to go in with this Lycanroc then. Let's see how many DCE we have left. 1 in the discard, 1's getting knocked out now. So I guess we'll try to get a DCE on the Lycanroc. They'll take a knockout here. We'll end them to 2, and they'll have their trades left. Yeah, it looks like they're going to have the advantage here. Yeah, let's bring up Lycanroc. Another Zoroark, that's good. We'll just end, and then we have 2 trades. So let's trade away Parallel City. Let's trade away... Let's trade away the Fighting Energy, maybe? We'll trade away the Strong. We might have to attach the Fighting. Oh, nice. We got the DCE. So, we will... Do I want to bench that? I might not want to bench that. Definitely bench the Zoroark. Attach there. And we will Claw Slash for the knockout. So they have 1 trade and 1 card to draw. They have a 19 card deck, so there are a good amount of resources left. Worst case, they could probably just hit us with an energy drive. There you go. So a puzzle could get us, let's see, get us the Guzma DCE. We haven't used Max Potion yet. Mallow has been used, so that's not an option. So they swing 100 here. Okay. Mallow's in the discard, so that Lele for Mallow is not an option. We'll trade. That's 2 puzzle, so we could puzzle for a Mallow to get... Oh, no, we want to puzzle for Guzma DCE, right? But... hang on. Guzma DCE. And there's also an enhanced hammer. So... let's trade away 1 more card. Okay. So let's, what is it? 2 puzzle for, so we didn't hit an enhanced hammer, but there's a Guzma in the deck, I believe. Let's check. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Max Potion is prized. And then we can double puzzle for Enhanced Hammer to get rid of this Lele's DCE, which is a win condition for them. So we'll puzzle for Enhanced Hammer and a DCE for our own Zoroark GX. Retreat this Lycanroc to get energy off of him, so even if they get the Lele DCE Guzma, it does less damage, but they could always do it with Zoroark. So does that make sense to retreat? Let's see. I'll think about that while I'm puzzling. So we have the Guzma, we have the Zoroark, which is the attacker. We need the Enhanced Hammer, and we need the DCE. And this is to knock out the Mew, right? We want to knock out the Mew? Or do we want to knock out the Wimpod? Yeah, they need Golisopod, Grass Center. Like, if they had that, they would have probably done more with the Wimpod last turn. So, let's Guzma this up. And, like, if they... discarding the energy off of the Lycanroc doesn't really do much, because if they have the energy Guzma with the Lele, all they would need is one more basic Pokemon to do the same thing with Zoroark. So I don't think it makes much sense. I don't know, maybe we should have discarded that. We'll see what happens. Let's thin out our deck a little bit in case we make it through this and we get End or something. Get that last one. And like I said, that Max Potion is not in the deck anyway. And now we'll Riotous Beating for 120. So they have a draw and 2 trades. That Max Potion not being in the deck really sucked. Yeah, that really sucked. They haven't used any puzzles yet. If this is 2 puzzles, then GG, they win. Yeah, it's 2 puzzles. So, as long as Guzma's in there, they got this. Yep, Guzma DCE. They're going to pick Guzma Golisopod. I guess they're going to knock me out with their Golisopod. That was really close. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if the Max Potion wasn't prized, because they would have gotten this first impression kill here anyway. Maybe that's why they went with the first impression instead of the Guzma DC, to show me, like, hey, even if you got the Max Potion, I would have had it. Oh, that was a close game. We were definitely behind the whole game, like trying to catch up, but it ended up being pretty close. Lightning Colorless Psychic. Maybe Espeon Garb with Coco in it? Oh, might be Raichu. Might be Raichu. Yeah, I think this is Raichu GX. A deck that kind of surprised us and made day 2 at St. Louis Regionals. So they're going to turn 1 Bridget, probably getting out that Pachirisu from Ultra Prism, and maybe 2 Pikachus. I'm not sure if this deck runs Octillery or Zoroark. We're probably going to Ultra Ball for Lele Bridget. Xurkitree, Pikachu, Pachirisu. Okay. So, good thing, I guess, that we're playing 3 fighting energy instead of 3 strong. 2 strong and 3 fighting we're playing. So we'll have a better chance of being able to damage this Circuitry GX. With the Flashing Head ability, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have any special energy attached to them. Okay, I don't think we will be using Mew EX this game. So let's go ahead and get rid of Mew EX. We'll go ahead and get Lele Bridget. Look at our energy count. Beautiful. All 3 fighting are in there. Mallow. And Summer Max Potion Multi-Switch. What's the puzzle count? 3 in the deck, 1 in hand. Cool. And I'm going to bridge it for 2 Zoroarks, and I'm very tempted to get a Buzzwole. If we can get a fighting energy, a regular fighting energy on this, that would be really great. Yeah, let's get a Buzzwole as well. We can always get Buzzwole later. Let's go safe. Let's try to, in case they knock out a Rockruff, let's just do what is probably the safest play here. We can just get Buzzwole later. N. Okay, that's pretty good. We did not have a great hand. That's really good. Okay. Alright, not a amazing hand, like, at a glance, but at least we have a Lele. We'll play that down and get a Cynthia. We'll attach fighting energy to our benched Rockruff. Mallow. Not really going to help us. Let's Lele. Excuse me. We'll attach there. Attach Floatstone and Cynthia. So we got Zoroark. That's good. Let's... 2 puzzles. It's pretty early. Let's trade away Ultra Ball. 3 puzzles. That's crazy. Alright, and we'll pass there. Alright, so they have enough Pokemon that we don't even have to worry about Zoroark GX not being able to be hit by special energy. We can just kill 2 Raichu GXs, Oranguru, and Pachirisu. So they just made it a lot easier for us. So they didn't use a supporter. If they do get a... Oh, Sycamore. Okay, great. So next turn we can just send up Tapu Lele with that Float Stone. Excuse me. Send up Tapu Lele with the Float Stone. Mallow for DCE Lycanroc. Trade away to get it. And we're good to go. We got the Lycanroc. Let's bring up that Raichu with the Choice Band, since we get to choose which one we're knocking out because of Bloodthirsty Eyes. And the Raichus are fighting weak, so we'll have a real easy time with this. I'm going to put a Zoroark and a DCE to the top. And let's trade away for that. And I'm not going to trade away any of these because I would like to keep all of that. So we'll just retreat and then Claw Slash for 220 damage. Alright, so they send up the Zoroark GX. They probably realized they should have been using Zoroark GX all along. Lighting GX. Oh, that's right. They can add a prize card to our... they can make us have an extra prize card. That's right. So, we might actually have to knock out this Zoroark with basic energy after all. Nope. They benched another Pikachu. Never mind. Back to the original plan. Sorry about that. The screen might have froze for just a second there. I was taking a screenshot for the thumbnail for the video. Alright, so we can't hit this because of the ability. Let's see if we have a Guzma. We don't, but we have a Ultra Ball, and we can Ultra Ball for a Lele to get a Guzma. Let's first trade and see if we can hit a Guzma without doing all that, or a Lele for that matter. Oh, look at that, we got a Guzma. Let's just thin out our deck of stuff we don't need. And Claw Slash. Yeah, this is a pretty good matchup for us. Unless we start slow enough that they can get, like, that they can be one-shotting us with powerful sparks, but that usually won't happen. Alright, they're just going to wall with the Xurkitree, but we're going to be able to just keep knocking out things on the bench, so that's not really going to matter. 24 cards. Let's see if we can get a DCE on a Zoroark and knock things out with that. No DCE, but that is fine. Let me see if there's DCE in here, actually. Nope. Okay. We'll just bring up the Oranguru and bring up the Lele with Float Stone, Retreat, and Claw Slash. And there's a DCE. So if they two-shot our Lycanroc with the Xurkitree, we'll just finish up the game with a Zoroark GX. Oh, they're gonna end us. This card's the top card of our deck. But because of Puzzle of Time, and I know there's at least 3 in the deck, I think all 4 are in the deck actually, there's not any single card they can discard that would really ruin us here. Okay, so we're gonna trade. And we're gonna trade. And we're gonna retreat. Get rid of that special energy. And we'll just pass there. If they have the Guzma, they knock us out. If they don't, we just Dangerous Rogue them for the game. They have the Guzma. double puzzle. Okay, so 2 cards. Those 2 cards will be a Guzma and a DCE. Actually, I want to play it safe here. We should grab 2 Guzmas. I should have done trade first, but just because they could they discard the top card of our deck every time, and they could get rid of one of the other puzzles, and then we wouldn't have a win condition, would we? Let's see. Yeah, we need to get both of these Guzmas and have them around. So let's trade away a max potion. There's a DCE. We're fine. Let's trade away an Ultra Ball. We'll bench a Rockruff just in case. Attach a DCE here and Guzma. So next turn we just have to Guzma up Pikachu and knock it out, and we're good to go. If they evolve it into a Raichu, they won't be one-shotting us anyway. And then we'll just 2-shot the Raichu, so. Alright, they're going to end us down to 1. We do have our 2 Zoroark GXs. A DCE. Okay, so what did they discard with that attack? Doesn't that discard the top card of our deck? Yeah. Or was it Parallel City? I think it was Parallel City. So I guess we'll discard the DC. Let me just check one more time. Only 1 DC. Okay, yeah, we have to discard the DC. And now we'll discard the Enhanced Hammer. Puzzle of Time. Okay. Floatstone. Energy here. Retreat into Tapu Lele. So now it's just, they're just stalling us and seeing if they can make us not hit what we need here. So Ultra Ball, they're getting rid of a Raichu GX. Perhaps just thinning their deck and getting a different Raichu GX for some reason. I don't know. They should have put down that Raichu though. So that's definitely odd. Yeah, that's a misplay for them. They actually had a chance to come back here, so I don't know what they're doing. Alright, they're discarding that. And they also got rid of the Raichu GX. Pretty odd. Okay, so let's trade away Enhanced Hammer. And we'll Guzma for the game. So, they really should have evolved that Raichu. Even if they did, we just got a Guzma and Ultra Ball Zoroark. We would have had 3 trades that turn. We could have gotten our Lycanroc GX back. Puzzle of time, you know. But yeah, we still could have won there, absolutely, but they just played themselves out of a better chance at the game. So, okay, well, I think the deck ran pretty well. The first game, it was a little slow, and that's why we were always behind. Excuse me, we were always behind the first game. But let me know what you guys think about Zoroark Lycanroc now that Ultra Prism is out and legal at tournaments. And let me know what you think of the list, the games, if you'll be trying out Zoroark Lycanroc, your different changes to the list, and stuff like that. So thank you again for watching Celio's Network. You can subscribe, like, and comment. Find PTCGO codes for sale at my sponsor site, Guardian Gaming, TCG.com. I recently launched my Patreon. You can find that, my Twitter, my Twitch, all of that in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and have a good day.